Manchester City vs Brighton and Hove Albion preview. Manchester City are not at their best at the moment. Coach Josep Guardiola's team has lost 3 straight in domestic competitions. The Citizens lost 0-1 against Newcastle United in the League Cup. 2 more against Wolverhampton and Arsenal in the Premier League. This result also means that City is now stuck in 3rd position with a collection of 18 points. Kevin De Bruyne and his friends are only 2 points away from Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspurs, who are in 1st and 2nd place. City still has a chance to push up. Of course, it is an obligation to gain victory when they meet Brighton. City's conditions as hosts will be very favourable, considering that Brighton came to their opponent's home ground in no better condition. So far, the Seagulls have only bagged 1 win in their last 6 matches in all competitions, of which 2 matches ended in a draw and the other 3 were defeats. The situation is increasingly worrying because Brighton's defence is also very fragile, conceding up to 15 goals in their last 6 matches. In the midst of this situation, Brighton's record against City also shows no hope because on their last 2 visits to the Etihad Stadium, Roberto De Zerbi's troops were completely massacred with an aggregate of 6-1. City's statistics became even more impressive at the Etihad because they also beat main rivals such as Arsenal and Liverpool with an identical score of 4-1. Apart from 13 wins, City was also very sharp, scoring 36 goals and conceding only 8 goals. Even so, City still has to be wary of the surprises that Brighton can give, because this team is also quite tough when playing away from home. The Seagulls have bagged 2 wins in their last 3 away matches, one of which was a 3-1 win over Manchester United at Old Trafford. Manchester City vs Brighton and Hove Albion head-to-head. May 25, 2023 Brighton 1-1 Manchester City. October 22, 2022 Manchester City 3-1 Brighton. April 21, 2022 Manchester City 3-0 Brighton. October 23, 2021 Brighton 1-4 Manchester City. May 19, 2021 Brighton 3-2 Manchester City. Manchester City's last 5 matches. September 23, 23 Manchester City 2-0 Forest. September 28, 23 Newcastle 1-0 Manchester City. September 30, 23 Wolverhampton 2-1 Manchester City. The 10th of May 23 Leipzig 1-3 Manchester City. The 8th of October 23 Arsenal 1-0 Manchester City. Brighton and Hove Albion's last 5 matches. September 24, 23 Brighton and Hove Albion 3-1 Bournemouth. September 28, 23 Chelsea 1-0 Brighton and Hove Albion. September 30, 23 Aston Villa 6-1 Brighton and Hove Albion. The 10th of May 23 Marseille 2-2 Brighton and Hove Albion. The 8th of October 23 Brighton and Hove Albion 2-2 Liverpool. Manchester City 4-2-3-1 Edison Moraes, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Ruben Dias, Josko Jadil, Rodri, Rico Lewis, Phil Foden, Julian Alvarez, Jeremy Doku, Erling Haaland. Brighton 4-2-3-1 Bart Verbruggen, Joel Veltman, Lewis Dunk, Jan-Paul Van Heck, Solly March, Pascal Gross, Carlos Balaba, Simon Adingra, Joao Pedro, Kaoru Mitoma, Evan Ferguson. Manchester City vs Brighton and Hove Albion prediction. Manchester City will feel a huge relief at Rodri's return, having lost all 3 games he missed due to suspension. Guardiola's side have also won every game in which the Spaniard has started this season. The loss to the Emirates before the international break meant City suffered back-to-back defeats in the Premier League for the first time since 2018. This is the first time under manager Josep Guardiola that they have lost 3 consecutive league matches. Brighton were unable to win in 4 consecutive competitive games, and were completely defeated by Aston Villa in their final away game in the Premier League. The Seagulls have never won an away league game against Manchester City, D2L11, and have lost their last 9 games by a combined score of 24-3. This run is expected to continue here as well.